What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Chris here, Kalevala South Farm. Well, guys, I think what we're gonna do right now, I'm heading down to the Logyard. I've got the grapple here on the M5-111. We just put it on. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna head down, and I'm gonna take, I got that big maple log that I cut a 2-inch slab off for a friend of ours who wants to make a bench. I'm gonna pull that off the mill, and I've got some stuff set aside so I can set it off. He wants me to hold on to it for a little bit because he might want more. So I told him I'll hold on to it for a while, but you know, they do rot, so we can't wait too long. So I think I'm gonna head down, I'll pull that log off the mill, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna dig through the slab pile from all the pine we cut down towards the bottom to get some drier stuff out that we... I'll give you a quick RO update. I actually talked to the engineer that designed this morning from CDL. He gave me a call. And I think we have a plan of action. His thinking, as long as mine, is that this pump, which is the recirculation pump, is actually no good. Because what I'm seeing is the unit is working. It did concentrate all of that sap yesterday, but it did it very slow. What's happening is this pump is overheating and shutting down. It has an internal thermal overload, so when it gets hot, it shuts off. What that does is it prevents the membranes from working to their full capacity, so I'm basically at a limited flow. So that's why yesterday it took so long, because I was right around half of capacity of this because that recirculation pump kept shutting off. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually make another phone call here shortly to CDL USA, and the engineer basically had said we're gonna have to replace the pump. I guess this has happened to another unit, so we're gonna get a new recirculation pump, and then hopefully this thing will be good to go after that. It did work, and it is working, so I can use it. It's just not working to its full capacity, and it's not working properly. But we're on the right track. They've been very good so far with customer service and trying to help me with this problem. You know, they want it to work, and it's not a cheap piece of equipment. So anyway, guys, that's the RO update for now. You know, we'll see more as the next few days what happens if we can get that pump and install it, and if we get enough sap to run this week. It's gonna get, I mean, it ran a little yesterday, it just not much. The days just aren't getting that warm. It's only getting up to the mid-30s, so it does run a little, but not much. So we'll see if we get enough sap over the next few days to even fire that thing up again. So anyway, guys, that's the update. All right, guys, so we're down here in the sugar house, and we have all of our syrup in our finisher. Bottler, finisher, whatever you want to call it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise up the temperature to about 185, 190 degrees, and we're going to bottle it. I've got some of the bottles set out. I don't know exactly how much syrup's in there. We're going to do one big gallon bottle, some pints, and a couple of half pints. And get that bottle off, and then I have more bottles over there, plenty more bottles if we need them. But once this gets a little bit warmer, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grate it. So the way I grade syrup is I use this temporary standard grade A maple syrup comparator set. So you have to get a new one of these every year, but basically it's just a comparator, has the different 3 different grades of grade A, and then you put some in this bottle and compare it, and that's how you get your grade. So I've been making dark robust. This stuff looks a little bit lighter, but I still think it's going to be a dark robust, but we'll fill this up and check it here in just a few minutes. This is almost up to enough temperature that I can draw some off of the bottle here. All right, it's warming up. That should be sufficient. So here's a little bit of syrup. So we put it in our bottle here, which you guys can't see right now. So there's our bottle filled up. And then we basically put it in the comparator and hold it up to the light to see what we got. Oh, how well you guys can see that. So right now, we are still making dark robust. It's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit on the more amber side, but it's definitely a dark robust. So we'll get this dark robust bottled off and label it accordingly and go from there, guys. All right, guys, so we're up to a little bit over 180. So I'm gonna turn the heat way down so we don't burn it, and we'll start bottling it. I'll try to set you guys in a spot where you can kind of see the whole process. Basically, we'll bottle it off, and then I'll take it over to the bench over there and cap it. And then we've already graded it, so then we just put the grade sticker on, and it should be ready to go. So that's pretty much it. I'm not going to be able to get another half pint out of that. So normally what I do is I'll just I'll pour it back in my back through the filters in my syrup container for the next go around in a day or two. And it keeps fine because it's below freezing and that lid is tight on there. So, and then we heat it up back up again to 180, 190. Anyway, so we should be good. I do have to wash this now. So I brought down some stuff to clean it. So what I'm going to do now is I'll dump that back in and then we'll count up the total amount that we got this go around. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So this was our haul for this go around of bottling, which I usually try to bottle every boil, every 2 boils. I was going to do it last night, but it got late. Normally I do it when the syrup is still real hot in the filter, but I just ran out of steam last night. So I capped it off and we came down and did it this morning. So we got a total of 2.5 gallons plus a half pint. So that brings our season total to just about 6.5 gallons. Because we were like 4.2 with that. We're getting close to 6.5, which is not too bad. It's still very early. I would wish we were making stuff a little bit lighter. I may actually go through and clean the pans since we got kind of a slow time. I'm thinking about it. I'm actually probably going to go down and get a food grade clean bucket that I can at least drain the syrup pan, clean that and get that all nice and clean, check for niter. See how we're doing. I am seeing a lot of sugar sand in the filters, which is basically the byproduct of making maple syrup. You get sugar sand or niter. Niter actually sticks to your pans. Sugar sand is what you filter out. So we actually put this through a cone filtering unit. So we use basically a synthetic woven filter, and then I use 3 paper pre-filters before that. So it actually gets filtered quite a bit. Then obviously once we've got it all filtered, then it goes in the finisher, gets heated back up to 180, 190, and we bottle it off. So that way everything is sterilized and there should be no problems. So anyway, guys, that's the haul. And you know, I'm not sure what else we're gonna get up to today. It's a little cold. Wind's kind of blowing. I don't think the sap's gonna run. If it does, I think the high is only about 35 today. So I don't think it's gonna run. If it does, it's not gonna be much. So anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna end the video here. And like I like to say, if you like these videos, please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. And just remember, it'll be all right.